Have you ever sat around a campfire on a dark night and felt like someone was watching you from the trees? Have you ever felt watched? Well, tonight I am going to share 3 terrifying true stories from summer camps that will make you never want to sleep in a tent again. So grab your marshmallows and flashlights, because we're about to tell stories so scary they'll have you running from the forest. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host. This is part 2 of our scariest horror series, where urban legends and folklore come to life. If you haven't already, check out part 1 and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Tonight, we're taking you deep into the woods with 3 terrifying tales of summer camp horror. Let's get into it. The Girl in Cabin 13. There once was a girl who attended Camp Redwood. She was spending her last week there before going off to college. It was the summer of 2007 when she decided to spend the night in the cabins alone. The other campers had all gone home. One of the counselors, Tom, told her she should probably stay in the main lodge, but she insisted on staying in Cabin 13. Despite the cabin's reputation for being haunted, she wasn't scared and spent the evening laughing around the campfire. But after everyone left, she heard whispers. She assumed it was the wind, though she knew it was eerily silent outside. Then she heard footsteps above her in the loft. Assuming it was just some late-night snacking raccoons, she went to sleep. In the middle of the night, she woke up to what sounded like screams in the forest. Although she couldn't see outside due to the boarded-up windows, she could feel the temperature drop. She crawled under the covers until morning. When she finally got up and opened the cabin door, she found a muddy footprint right outside the window. Even though it had been raining the night before, this print wasn't from that night. It was fresh. She grabbed her things and ran. She hasn't been back since. To this day, the cabin remains locked and no one dares to sleep in it. The Midnight Whistle. In the secluded Blackwood Forest lies Camp Pinewood, a place of laughter and joy during the day. But as soon as the sun sets, it becomes a hunting ground. Legend has it that a hiker went missing near the forest years ago and his body was never recovered. Some say he's still out there, wandering aimlessly. During the summer of 1998, a young camper named Emily decided to test her bravery and venture into the forbidden woods with 2 of her friends, Mark and Alex. They ventured deeper and deeper into the woods. Suddenly, Emily heard a whistle, a chilling sound that sent shivers down her spine. Thinking it was just a trick of the wind, they pressed on, but then they heard it again, closer this time. Terrified, they turned and ran, racing through the darkening woods. As they stumbled back to the campsite, they could hear the whistling getting louder. Finally, they burst out of the trees, gasping for breath. From that day on, no one dared to whistle in the forest. And whenever the wind rustled through the trees, they could swear they heard the ghost of the lost hiker calling out to them. Whispers from the woods. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to strange whispers coming from the trees outside your tent. You toss and turn, trying to fall back asleep, but the whispers keep coming. That was exactly what happened to a young camper named Jacob. During his first night at Camp Starry Pines in the summer of 2012, Jacob had always wanted to go to summer camp and finally convinced his parents to let him go. On the first day, he made friends, and they spent the afternoon swimming and playing capture the flag. As dusk settled, they gathered around the campfire, sharing spooky stories that made Jacob's hair stand on end. After the campfire, he went to his tent and laid down, but sleep wouldn't come. Every time he closed his eyes, he could hear the whispers. He tried to ignore them, but they kept getting louder. Then he heard footsteps near his tent. Panicked, he sat up and listened intently. He heard a twig snap and a low growl. Then he saw a dark shadow standing by his tent. Too scared to move, he watched as the shadow reached out and grabbed his flashlight. Then it was gone. In the morning, he told the camp counselors what had happened, but they just laughed and said it was a rat. But Jacob knew it was something more. Something evil lurked in the forest, and he couldn't shake the feeling that it was watching him. Now we've shared these stories with you, but which one chilled you to the bone? Did any of these experiences remind you of your own close encounter with the paranormal? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Just remember, if you dare, comment below and sleep tight, if you can. Now, if you're still awake, you might also want to know that we have another scary story playlist filled with chilling tales that'll keep you up all night. And if you want to support us, just hit that like button and subscribe. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for joining us on this spooky journey. And until next time, remember, some things are best left hidden in the shadows. Stay safe and keep an eye out for those lurking in the darkness. And now it's time for a final, terrifying tale. A group of campers huddled around a flickering campfire, their faces illuminated by the dancing flames. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierces the night, sending shivers down their spines. Could it be the legendary beast of Black Lake, a creature rumored to roam these woods, preying on unsuspecting campers? As the night wears on, the campers begin to experience strange and unsettling phenomena. Their tents mysteriously vanish, their flashlights flicker and die, and whispers seem to brush against their ears. Then, right before their eyes, a shadowy figure emerges from the trees. its eyes glowing an eerie red in the darkness. What will the campers do when the darkness closes in and the nightmares become real? Will they survive the night or become victims of the very real horrors that lie in wait in the dark corners of the woods?